bacon. It's The Pet Project with dog's best friend, Tammy Trujillo.
And today, lion's best friend, tiger's best friend, bear's best friend, big animal's best friend. We are on with Martine Collette, the founder and director of the Wildlife Way Station, talking about the 400 fantastic, wonderful, beautiful animals that she has at the Way Station, but she's being faced with a real crisis right now. Now, I've got to tell you something that's going on here at the studio, and we are in a shopping center, which is where the CRN studios are located, and we have been told that somebody just hit a power pole outside, and we may go off the air. So please, we're going to continue to broadcast, but the power is going out to this center. We're going to kick into backup generator mode, but that may take some time. So if we suddenly disappear from the airwaves here, check back periodically because we're going to get it back up and running as quick as we can. Martine, are you with us?
I'm with you, darling. I am with you. I'm so sorry. Is everybody okay?
No, everybody's fine as far as I know. We'll be down maybe 15 minutes if we do indeed go off the air. So it was just one of those things, people doing their holiday shopping and trying to rush into the parking lot, and apparently somebody hit a pole. And I think the pole got the worst of it. Thank goodness, I guess. So,
yeah.
But it's so important that we talk with you today. Now, the animals that you have there at the Wildlife Way Sanctuary, and again, Wildlife Way Station, rather, we're talking about big cats and chimps and bears and all of that. Martine, do they have somewhere else to go if things do not go right for you there?
No, that's one of the first things that I checked into to see, before I said that this is the final chapter for the Wildlife Way Station, I started looking around. Where could I move these animals to? Mm-hmm. And I contacted animal sanctuaries, and I contacted people who license animal sanctuary, and the answer is the same. No, there is no place for them to go.
They're full.
All the legitimate, approved sanctuaries are completely full. 2-3 other sanctuaries have gone belly up in this past year or two. Some in Texas, I think some in Montana. There are some others are in danger of going under someplace else. So any available space has been taken by the organizations that have gone under.
Now, you have a two-pronged problem here, as I see it. You need the money to do the renovations that are being required of you, but you also have, obviously, the task of maintaining your animals, food, vet-wise. What kind of bill are we looking at on that side of the fence?
On the regular day-to-day operations, it costs us about $142,000 per month. And that's with a cut budget. That's with cut staffing. I have taken about a third of my personnel off because we couldn't afford to keep a full complement of staff. We're using volunteers. The staff who remains, they have all taken pay cuts. I mean, I have an amazing staff that work themselves diligently and very, very hard to help the Way Station, but it still takes $142,000 a month to run an outfit like this.
Well, they eat a lot, and what they eat is not cheap.
Exactly.
And your power and everything else that goes into it.
Well, the winter power, to keep the animals warm, I mean, that's a huge expense.
Yeah. A lot of these animals are from climates that don't get as cold as it gets up in the canyon where you are. You're down in the 20s and 30s at night this time of year, I would think.
Exactly. Exactly. And animals like the tropical animals can't handle that kind of a thing.
Absolutely not. So there's so much more that goes into something like this than we see on the face of it.
It's true. Tammy, I was thinking maybe, it's too much for one individual to foot such a huge bill. But I thought maybe if somebody would decide to adopt a family of chimpanzees, then for a year, or even for a month, it would help us.
Because you're talking small donations, and somebody might say, what will my $5 do? But if everybody listening put in $5, that would be quite a sum.
Absolutely. And, $5 will feed an animal. As a general rule, it will feed an animal. A $20 donation can help, or a $50 donation can help defray medical costs. Our drug bills are huge because, you've got to treat animals.
Well, yeah, I know what happens when I take one of my dogs or one of my cats to the vet. I know what that bill is.
Exactly.
And that's not like taking a tiger to the vet.
So it's not like somebody may say, well, what will my $5 or $10 do? Or what will my $20 do? A lot.
Martine, we're going to hit a break here. We're still on the air, so that's the good thing, because we've got to keep going on this. But if we should lose you, you can go to thepetproject.com and find information. You can go to Tammy Trujillo's Pet Project on Facebook and find information. You can go to the wildlifewaystation.com online and find information. So we will be back here on the Pet Project, keeping our fingers crossed on our power situation here in Sunland, California. But more with Martine Collette from the Wildlife Way Station coming up on the Pet Project, the show your pet wants you to listen to.
Do you like inside